In Canada, the land you own might not actually be yours, and the courts are making that clear. On August 8th, the BC Supreme Court handed down one of the most significant urban land decisions in Canadian history, granting Aboriginal title to 750 hectares in Richmond, right in Metro Vancouver. We're not talking about remote wilderness. This includes urban areas, farms, golf courses, commercial property, and port lands, territory worth billions. The court says private property owners keep their land for now, but the ruling forces governments to negotiate in good faith with the title holding First Nations. Translation: developers, municipalities, and even private homeowners could eventually find themselves in land use negotiations, co-management deals, or compensation claims. Richmond officials warned that this puts $100 billion in infrastructure at risk: ports, roads, and utilities. The court downplayed immediate disruption, but the door is now wide open for legal and political battles over who really owns the ground under one of Canada's most densely populated cities. And here's the bigger picture. 95% of British Columbia is unceded territory, meaning First Nations never ceded or legally signed away their lands to the Crown or Canada. This isn't just about Richmond, it's a signal flare that similar claims could emerge across the province and potentially the nation. Now add in the ideological layer. Under the modern Marxist framework, property ownership is portrayed as a tool of oppression, and intersectionality assigns moral authority to groups deemed historically oppressed. This ruling sits neatly within that worldview. It reframes property rights as a hierarchy of privilege where identity determines legitimacy. The endgame? Restructuring land ownership and governance under the banner of justice while eroding the principle of equal rights under the law. Aboriginal title isn't symbolic. It means the right to decide how the land is used, occupy it, and benefit from its resources forever. When applied through an intersectional neo-Marxist lens, it becomes a political weapon, shifting power from individual citizens to identity-based collectives enforced by the state. This case builds on past Supreme Court decisions, but drags the issue into a major urban center, where overlapping interests will make every dispute more explosive. Canada's property map isn't as settled as most people think, and the courts are reminding us it can still be redrawn along ideological lines.